I just think I hate like conspiracy theories. Like, just wind me up. Like, it's just stupidity, isn't it?
Definitely no penile fracture. Everything looks all right. Just take it easy the next time she is on top. When people are saying stuff like they don't like Boris and all this, they're not going to listen to him. It's not about that. It's about like your family. Do you want your grandparents getting? Welcome to the first episode of the Ex2Ex podcast, where me and my ex-girlfriend, who some of you will know from a lyric prank video, will be discussing and debating different topics each episode. So, me and Eloise here will be here each episode debating different topics you send in or topics we think of, and that is what this podcast is about. And if you're wondering why she's not like sat here doing a podcast with me, it's because she's not from Nottingham, so obviously that's just a bit hard to do. So we're doing it through Skype, but we'll still bring quality content. If this podcast does well, and we're getting some all right views and people are enjoying it, then eventually she will be here joining me for the podcast. So yeah, it's up to you really if it ends up being a proper like around the table podcast or not. And sometimes we might have guests on as well. I've been messaging a few people to get them on, but yeah. Just go on, Eloise, say hi.
Hi.
For this first episode, we're going to be reacting to scenarios that we find online. But before you get to hear Eloise actually talk, and we're both discussing and debating, first, I want to talk about the name of it. So obviously, it's called Ex2Ex. That's because we're talking like face to face, and it's also like head to head, like we're having a debate. So that's where the name came from. We'll also be talking about the whole world pandemic that's going on at the minute, but just briefly, because obviously we all want to just forget about that for an hour or however long this podcast will be. Right, so it's time to find some scenarios,
Oh, yeah. What's that, this meme going around about that Tiger Man?
I don't know, there's a Netflix. You're on about Netflix guy, innit?
Yeah, the Tiger Man.
Yeah, but I don't know, what meme? I don't even know what he did.
I saw this video where it's like when your boyfriend's pissing you off and you pull a clack, whatever the person's woman's name is, and then it's like the Tiger Man. What, did he die?
No. He's in prison and he's suing Netflix. I saw he's suing Netflix for like one.
He's not
no,
dead.
what was it? No, he's suing Netflix for like 90 billion or something. Or unless it's his like people. Oh, I don't know.
I'm gonna Google it. Tiger Man.
I think he's a serial killer or something.
He's a serial killer.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh my goodness. Netflix Tiger King review. 7 scattered but engrossing episodes. I'm gonna watch that.
What's it about? Does it say what it's about?
The former big cat owner is currently behind bars for a murder for hire plot against animal rights activist.
Oh.
I thought that, I don't know, because I thought his wife killed him with a tiger. I thought his wife chucked him in a tiger cage and the tiger killed him.
You thought his wife chucked him in a tiger cage?
Yeah, because I saw this video where it's like when your boyfriend pisses you off and it's like basically like they kill him and it's on about the Tiger Man. So I thought the Tiger Man was dead and I thought his wife killed him because I thought when your boyfriend pisses you off, the girlfriend kills him. So I thought the woman killed the Tiger Man.
No, let's get this straight. So when your boyfriend pisses you off, you want to kill him?
No. You know what I mean.
Right, here we go. Wait, there's something that says 22 embarrassing moments that have happened to everyone. Should we look at that?
Go on then, we'll try it. Remember when you got my toilet?
That's getting cut out. Calling your teacher mum. I've done that before.
No, I've never called. No.
You've never accidentally gone, mum?
No, because why would I go mum when I'm sat in like a science class?
You could just be thinking about your mum or something like, oh, it's my mum's birthday next week. And then you just like, to the teacher, oh, mum.
No, I've never done anything like that. I've done things where like I'd be talking to someone and I call them like a different name.
Like, it's happened to me. I don't even need to do it. I'm just like, mum. And I'm like, oh, that's not my mum. That's my bloody middle-aged teacher. That's never happened. A loo roll on your shoe.
Well, you've never really been to like a pub or anything, have you?
I've never been to a pub.
Well, you've never been to a proper like pub. When you go to the pub and it's like all dead, like when it gets about 1 o'clock in the morning and everyone's like absolutely pissed and everyone's being a little scrubber in the bathroom and there's like all shit on the floor. Do you like feet?
do you mean, do I like feet?
Do you like feet?
What do you mean, do I like feet?
Like, if you actually ever got another girlfriend, like, would you like the feet?
What, as in foot fetish?
Yeah.
No, why?
Or
Have you
what?
got
Would
a
you not
foot
suck
fetish?
toes?
Have you got a foot fetish?
No, I haven't got a foot fetish. I'm just asking you because I just saw a picture of someone's feet.
You saw a picture of someone's feet and you thought, would I suck their toes?
No, not their toes. Like, if you had a girlfriend, would you suck their toes if they had nice, pretty feet?
No.
No.
What, you'd let someone?
No, I'm just asking you. I thought you would because you're weird.
Thank you. No, I wouldn't. Why? No. Bloody little round balls of fat. I found something on Reddit that says, Dear Reddit, what is your all-time most embarrassing moment? So we're going to go through those and see what we would do. Right, the first one. I had a great day at a water park / outdoor pool, and towards the afternoon, a woman came up to me and whispered in my ear that I have a problem with my swimsuit. I reached behind and noticed a huge gap. The fabric was torn right in the middle, and you could see my white, untanned ass crack. I was running around like this all day, and no one said anything.
What is it, a man or a woman? Does it not matter?
Swimsuits are a woman.
Well, I feel like if it's already been like that all day, it's not a lot she can do now, is it? It's just like cover it up now that she knows.
Yeah, well, think about how many people I've seen.
Well, there's nothing she can do about it now. She can't take
men.
it back. She's seen it.
Some old men have seen it. Kids.
Yeah,
How's
what's she
no
gonna
one
do
told
about
her?
it?
Don't get how no one's told her.
Because realistically, if you was at a swimming pool and you saw some lady's arse hanging out, would you tell her that her swimsuit's broke?
No, I'd probably laugh.
Exactly. You wouldn't. Like, no one's gonna go up to you, a random person, going, "Oh, by the way, I can see your arse crack."
I walked around London for over an hour after getting off the train with my skirt tucked up into my backpack and my bum on show.
Oh my god, that happened to me at school.
Yeah, but that's different. You had tights on if that happened to you at school. She might not have had tights on. What if it's a summer's day, yeah, and she has no tights on? It says, nobody said anything, but that's London for you. Even worse was the back of my knickers had, oh my god, in hot pink capitals. What if she was going to like a business conference or something and she walks in and she just got, oh my god, and you can see her pants?
Not that though. No, surely if she's in London, somebody would have shouted something to like take piss out of her.
I would have took the piss out of her. I would have shouted, oh my god.
No, I don't understand. Like, you know, when things like that happen, there's not a lot you can do now apart from feel embarrassed about it and then, like, obviously pull your skirt down.
Yeah. Right, the next one says, I was at my friend's birthday party in high school and was super drunk. I ran up to a group of people and said, watch this. I then proceeded to run and dive into a bounce house. A bounce house? It's a bouncy castle. Who calls it a bounce house? Only for the Velcro-lined entrance to grab my sweats, boxers, and pull them down to my ankle. That's a lie. How's Velcro gonna grab boxers, yeah, and pull them down? No. I'll never forget the looks of horror on their faces while I laid there on my back with my legs in the air, showing off all my goodies. I don't believe that one.
Yeah, but if it's like the sweatpants are like joggers, aren't they? So the fluffy material might have got like caught.
You'll still pull it over, like pull it. How would it pull them right down?
You never know. A lot's possible when you're drunk.
Okay, well, I think that one's a lie.
Fancy a glass of gin?
Oh, yeah. I hit face first into a streetlight lamp post. Because I was staring while walking at a beautiful girl walking towards the direction where I am coming from. It was in front of the main gate of our university. Hundreds of students saw it. My friends laughed hard as hell. That's embarrassing. No, I've done that before. Not that, yeah. Why has my camera gone off? Right, I'm back. Fixed it. So, what was I reading? Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's happened to me before, but not a lamppost yet. Say if you're looking at a girl across the street or something, I mean, you accidentally walk into the road or something, or you trip. That's happened to every guy. I don't care.
I tripped over on a curb once.
Yeah, but were you looking at a guy?
No, I just wasn't looking where I was going.
No.
No, because girls don't really like stare at lads, do they? It's more of like a lad staring at a girl thing.
No, some girls might.
Well, no, because I've never gone out and like eyed up a lad. Like the way lads do, like they literally stare at you for like a good 5 minutes.
Mm.
You can't tell me that you've had a girl look you up and down for ages like you do at girls.
Yeah, once on the bus.
Really?
Once on the bus. But it was like a mutual thing. It was like I was looking at her, she was looking at me. We were both doing it.
No, if I have to be, I just end up looking at her floor and I wouldn't know where to look.
No, we were just both eyeing each other up on the bus. And I went and got a
but
snack.
when that used to happen that in college, like, I just used to look at the table and just think like, why they're looking at me? Because I've got a big mouth, I'd always say it, and then they'd look away and get like dead shy.
Oh dear. Why is this one in yellow? This must be a good one. Recently went on vacation with some friends and a mutual friend who I don't know that well. Oh, and a mutual friend who I don't know that well. Him and I took the pull-out couches and his was right next to the bathroom. Later one night, when we were all walking around away from our hotel, I got the stomach grumbles, then the nausea hit. I never felt so sick in my life. It felt like someone was grabbing my insides and twisting them. I can't bloody read. The second we got back to our hotel, I made a beeline for the bathroom. Through that paper-thin wall, this guy I barely knew heard me shit pure liquid out of my ass, complete with loud, wet farts.
Stop it!
Cry and vomit in a trash can in front of me. I spent the rest of the night shivering in bed and making runs to the bathroom. I hit the been married for a decade barrier with them in a single night. Food poisoning is a bitch. Wow, imagine that. What if she
I couldn't think of it worse.
Huh?
I said I couldn't think of it worse. Imagine if she fancied him.
Yeah, I was just going to say, what she thought? He was proper fit, yeah. She's like, oh, I'm going to get some action with this guy tonight, yeah. And then he just ends up hearing her shit in liquid.
Stop.
That's what she said.
Especially like, you know, like, you ever seen them videos where someone poos and it like literally like echoes and like vibrates off it so you can probably hear it?
You see, where have you seen videos of that?
You know, like on TikTok, or when it's like someone videoing themselves and they're like pretending to cry, and the next minute the person next to him is like shitting and it said lad.
No.
No? Okay.
No. Right, this one's got a silver medal, yeah. Let's see what this one is. When I was 16, I went to a water park. Oh, great, another water park one. With slides and pools, and all with my uncle and 2 younger cousins. I wore a regular bikini and went swimming in some pools with my cousins for about 40 minutes. We then went to this big slide thing, and after we got in line to do an even bigger one with my uncle too. As I'm standing in line, I heard some teenagers laugh behind me, and I turned around to see one of them pointing at me and quickly stop as they saw me stare back. I then looked down. I had bits of wet white toilet paper all down my legs. When I was a teenager, I used to always fold toilet paper and put it in my underwear. Go away. I'm not reading that. I feel sick. I'm not finishing that. I feel sick. I used to always fold toilet paper and put it in my underwear to prevent discharge staining them. I feel sick. Next one. Oh, I feel sick. Right, I'm going to put a link in the description to this video, yeah, to an anonymous website where you lot can comment embarrassing things that happened to you or scenarios that you don't know what to do. And we'll react to your scenarios in episode 2. So go down to the description and put whatever you want in that anonymous thing. What's this one? The amount of times I have been misled into thinking someone was trying to high-five me and then going in for it. I've wanted to die every time. That is the most embarrassing thing. Has that ever happened to you?
Oh, one time, like, I had a customer come in and they're always like coming in all the time. They're a regular, so he comes in by himself all the time, and he orders the same thing every single time he comes in. And he were leaving one day, and he thought it was my last shift, so he went. He knew that I was leaving. He thought that was my last shift, so he put his hand out, and I thought he was going to shake my hand. So I put my hand out to shake his hand, and he went in for a hug. But like, I felt really awkward. I thought I can't really hug a customer.
Yeah, that's a bit weird. Why is a customer?
And he's like an old man. He orders a double chicken burger, medium, with pineapple on every single shift, peri chips, and a large broccoli.
He's a dodgy geezer.
And he tried to like give me a hug. I would have shaken his hand, but I'm not gonna hug him. So I just stood there with my arms down the side of me and I didn't hug him back.
Oh God! Oh, I could just imagine. That would have looked so awkward for anyone else watching. Right, here we go. This one starts with sigh. I was 15 or 16, sitting at my table in my room, browsing the internet. I had one hand in my pants, playing around with my random
Oh, what the hell?
I'm going to have to beep a lot of this, but it was nothing sexual. I was just keeping my hands occupied as I would if I were tapping my foot or twiddling my thumbs. Okay.
It's not the same though, is it?
So I was doing a helicopter. So I was doing a helicopter, stretching, pulling, etc. At one point, I must have pushed against the shaft too much because I immediately heard a click.
A what?
A click.
In this?
Yes.
Oh my
As
God.
you would hear when cracking your fingers or knuckles, and my then permanent wang started to deflate. Oh, I started panicking quite a bit, as you might think, as this had never happened to me before. I did not get a spontaneous for the next 2 or 3 days after that, which for a teenager who would get them several times a day is practically unheard of. I went to Dr. Google and thought that I had a penile fracture. Oh, can't imagine that, man. Though it did not look at all like the pictures. No purple swelling and no misshapen form. Well, I finally had the courage and sheepishly told my mum about this. That would have been awkward. That would have been very awkward. Well, I finally had the courage, yeah. And exactly how it happened. Oh my God, he told her what I just read. Great. She scheduled an appointment to a urologist. I begged her not to go with me. Helicopter mum. As I was already so embarrassed. I went to the urologist and told him about the clicking, the deflation, and the lack of for the subsequent couple of days, leaving out exactly what caused it all. He checked me, lovely, and said, yeah, definitely no penile fracture. Everything looks all right. Just take it easy the next time she is on top. But no one was on top. He said,
oh my God.
Yeah, I actually didn't have sex. And then the doctor said, so then how did it happen? My face went absolutely red and my teenage angst went into overdrive. I sighed and awkwardly explained to him exactly what transpired. I could tell that my urologist was trying to keep a straight face while I was explaining it to him, but he just started laughing towards the end, apologising and saying that it was the first time he's ever heard something like that in his 15 years of practicing. I just wanted to die right then and there, but he didn't even say what was wrong with it. I wanted to know what was wrong with it.
Is that as if people actually go to the doctors because the missus has gone a bit too...
Yeah, but that's not what he was doing, was it? He was just...
Yeah, but like, as if people actually go to the doctors for that. I wonder what was wrong with it. Maybe he sprained it.
It can snap us. Oh, no. Yeah, next one. What's this one? This reminds me of this is a reply to that one I just read. This reminds me of an embarrassing story in which I was involved. My parents took my grandparents to Disneyland Paris, and at the end of the last day, my grandfather was all hyped up because of his 3 young grandchildren. He ran up to the front of the pack, bent over, and let a huge one rip. He got up, looked back laughing, only to find out he just did it to 2 random people walking right in front of us. His face got red so darn quickly, and all of us just couldn't keep on our feet. So hard we were laughing. How's that got to do with what
What's
I just
that
read?
got to do with a broken willy?
Bit different. Was breastfeeding my kid and calling the insurance about a claim. Had the phone on speaker and close to his feet. He farted loudly as I was speaking to the agent. Good thing they only have my full name and address. That's embarrassing. I would have thought it was a...
I want to go on holiday.
That's a mood. Right, let's do one more, yeah? And then we'll talk about this whole world pandemic. Right, this is the last one. I was 13 years old, paid this kid in my class £10 to tell this girl, also in my class, that I like her, and if she would go out with me. The stupid mother told her that I paid him, and she never confronted me about it until 8th grade graduation a few months later. That's a boring one. But
Why would you spend £10 to do something that you could do yourself?
Exactly, at 13 years old, why would he not just go up to her? Or message her, slide into her DMs?
No, mate, you and this sliding into DMs, it's all about confronting in person.
No, because what if...
Yes.
No, because at 13, yeah, they'd be at school. That's the only time he'd see her. And she'd be sat with all her bitchy friends, yeah? And then... No, a guy's not going to go up to a group of girls when they're 13 with the bitchy friends. And what if he's a nerd and she's a cool kid?
Then why's he even trying?
Because he might be a bit deluded. But anyway, now let's talk about what everyone's talking about at the minute, yeah? Which is the thing I can't say the name of, but the world pandemic, the thing...
Is that how you say it?
Yes, but you can't say it on YouTube. That's what I'm saying. So basically, Eloise, what do you think about it all?
I don't know, it's a bit scary, isn't it?
Yeah, but what do you think about all these people on Facebook here? These scaremongers, I think that's what you call them, saying it's about these 5G towers.
I just think I hate like conspiracy theories, like just wind me up, like it's just stupidity, isn't it?
I've seen it all over Facebook recently, yeah. Like more
Someone
and more.
one of them, you know, like the actual like postings out of the 5G apparently. Someone set fire to them.
It's just daft. So they think 5G towers are giving people a virus. I mean, there's no logic in it.
It's because they think the government are doing it, don't they?
Yeah, but then why would the government do that when they won't be able to control it, really? Like, it's just a load of nonsense. When there's something else,
Is that Netflix film, isn't there?
No, that is weird, though. There's a Netflix film that's a Chinese film. They speak about it.
It's not that weird because the coronavirus has happened before.
No, it hasn't.
It has.
Has it?
It's happened before, but it wasn't a big outbreak. I learned about it in class. It was like in Saudi Arabia or something, but it was years ago.
Yeah, because there's a Chinese film, and they speak about it in that film, and they say the name, and they say all the correct facts about it that it is now, and it's just a bit weird.
Really? Have you watched it?
No, because it's Chinese with subtitles. Yeah, I cannot watch a film with subtitles because I'm on my phone too much. Say that, boy, I ignore everyone. But I'm still on my phone too much. So I can't just sit there for an hour and a half just watching subtitles. But the people that are getting on my nerves are people still going out, yeah. Like, they're just going out all the time. It's stupid, man. See, and then there's these stupid people, yeah, not understanding the seriousness of it and still going out and what's my hair doing? Carrying on, like, they're just daft, man. People don't understand. The sooner we stay at home, yeah, and do what we're told.
We've got our birthday in how many days as well?
Yeah, I know. We've got our birthday in
26 days.
26 days. We have the same birthday. Yeah, I know it's weird. But, but yeah, like, people don't understand. You stay in. When people are saying stuff like they don't like Boris and all this, they're not going to listen to him. It's not about that. It's about, like, your family. Do you want your grandparents getting it? Or, it's just stupid. If you're still going out, meeting up with people, yeah, you clearly don't care about your family. And it's
Then you
just
have to
daft.
think about it as well. Like, obviously, people are going to struggle to stay in. Like, I get you should be staying in, but then some people, not me myself, but some people might actually struggle to stay in.
Yeah, I remember when it all first kicked off, people were saying, oh, it only affects old people, oh, blah, blah. But literally a 4-year-old has died from it. So I don't know how they're saying that. Well, they're not saying that now because they're seeing that everyone's being affected by it.
I don't really know what to say about it. Like, I just think everyone just needs to stay inside and only go out when they need to. Like, I see people on Snapchat here, because we've got like a lot of lakes and things like that. I see a lot of people still going down to lakes and jumping in lakes now with all the mates and stuff.
Yeah, see,
Like,
they're
it's
just stupid because
stupid.
they're not thinking about the parents or family members. It's just daft. And even if they're not bothered about that, which is just weird if they're not, they're affecting everyone else. And it's just, people are just dodgy about it, man. Because the sooner everyone stays in, it's not even for long. Even if it is, 2 months or something, it's not that long. Keep yourself busy. You're allowed in your garden. You've got family. I feel sorry for the people who don't have like a safe home and their house isn't like their safe place. But if it is, then you have no excuse. So people are just daft. That's all I have to say about it.
I think a lot of people just don't like the idea of having to listen.
Exactly. Piers Morgan, even though a lot of people don't like him, he was saying back when the war was a thing, people were made to fight in the war, even if they didn't want to, that was their pandemic. Not pandemic, that's the wrong word, innit? No, I don't know, but they were made to go off and fight wars and use guns and kill people, even if they didn't want to, We're being told to stay home and watch TV and chill. And then, no, it's weird though, because it's the same as say when you went to school, and then you had to get up early. If suddenly you were to, I don't know what I'm saying, I'm waffling. Basically, if you have to get up if you have to get up early in the morning, then if you have to, and it feels like it's more of a job to do. But if it's a choice, then you're fine with it. And it's it's about that being told what to do. People don't want to listen, which is just daft. If you're not listening, then don't be crying when it affects someone badly in your family.
Bit harsh.
It's true. They're not taking the precautions now. So it'll be their fault. Right, so that's all I've got on my list of things to talk about, This is just the first episode. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already and put post notifications on so you know when this podcast is uploaded or when my normal videos are uploaded. Press that link in the description, to it's an anonymous website link. Whatever you put on there is anonymous, so just put scenarios. Even if they're made up, it'll still give us something to react to. So even if they're made up, just go and help us out, and click that link. Put some things to us, put some scenarios for us to react to, and we'll be doing that in another episode. Make sure to add me on social media and follow Eloise on Instagram. Well, just say now, she's got a boyfriend, so if anyone DMs her any weird shit, we'll put it in these podcasts. We'll expose you. We'll put screenshots of a message. So respect the fact she has a boyfriend and just follow her and give her more likes. Simple. You've been watching Ex2Ex. If you've made it this far to a video, comment. Oh, what can we comment?
How bizarre.
Comment how bizarre. I'll put it on the screen now. Put it like that. Put how bizarre. That's what to comment if you've watched this far, You've been watching Ex2Ex. Thank you for watching and goodbye. Welcome to the first episode of the Ex2Ex podcast, where me and my ex-girlfriend, who some of you will know from a lyric prank I did on her, we're debating and discussing. Discussion. Welcome to the first episode of the Ex2Ex podcast, where me and my ex-girlfriend, who some of you will know from the lyric prank video I did on her, will be discussing And
Why is he laughing? I do not have all night.
because I remembered discussion.